of you on this because somehow it's gotten skewed over the years. Because they've taken away from it. It's like if you don't have a ring, you can't be great. D-Wade, I believe you can be a great player and not have a ring because there are players that have multiple rings that aren't great players, and there are great players that don't have any rings. Yeah. So when did this happen that if you don't have a ring, you're not a great player? When did that happen? Was it 2005? Was it 2010? When did this happen?
I don't know when it happened. You know, man, a lot of people have what we have right here. A lot of people have a microphone. Okay. And that microphone is powerful.
Right, it is.
And so someone said this along the way.
Right. And you said enough, people started believing, like,
it makes no sense.
Right.
Like, here it is. Okay, so I won a championship in the NBA. I didn't win in college.
Right.
I didn't win in high school.
Right.
So forth and so on. So does that make me greater than Carmelo? Because Carmelo won in college. Right. Carmelo probably won a couple state championships. Right? Like, it's different times we have an opportunity because our talent, because our team, where that time is there for you.
Right.
Right? And you try to strike. That doesn't happen just because you're a great player.
Right.
The organization got to do their part.
Right.
Right? You got to put the right team around you. You got to put the right talent around you. Like, if you look at Allen Iverson and the Philadelphia 76ers, they structured the right team around him to give this man a chance to be his individual great self.
To take the ball out.
And they did their role. Hey, you block shots at the rim.
Yeah, deep, yep.
Eric Snow, if he throw it to you, you better shoot 10 to 15 feet only.
Right.
Like, they played their roles, right? And so, but it took the organization, it took the gym, it took everybody to make sure there was the right talent around AI.
Right.
So you're telling me AI's not great if he don't make the finals run, or if they don't bring in Mutombo, if they don't bring in these guys to open the floor for him to defend for him, all these things. And so that concept of a great player is not great because he didn't win a ring. Everybody can't win a ring. You'll have a different champion every year. And that's
was that defeat? Now the rings would be meaningless. If everybody won one, what's the value in that?
There's no value in it. That's why it's such premium on it, because everybody can't get one. It doesn't matter how great you are. You will not walk away with a ring just because you're great. It's players that are way greater than me, and they won't walk away with 3 rings. That doesn't mean that I'm that I'm better than them because I have 3 rings, right? Or because another player has 1 or 2. Because you got players that got rings that didn't do nothing to get those rings. So they make them. That's not how it goes. Now I understand that when you
imagine to say, okay, when you start talking about that pyramid, okay,
now it's
first, second, third, rings matter.
Well, because here we go. Let's go back to the hotel. It's a different room.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's hey, we all great.
Yes.
What'd you say? 1 ring group is going over here?
Okay.
What'd you say? Who got 3 rings going? You know how I go.
Right.
And so I got a card for the 3 rings. I can have conversations with a couple guys in there. But I can't go to the 4 or 5. It's certain rooms I can't even go in. So it's okay. Doesn't take away nothing from your greatness. We can all sit in a room of the top 75, top 100. But then they're going to separate you from the rooms of champions. But your team's going to be in there with you. You don't bring champions in of one person. Because it's not golf, it's not tennis, and so forth. So your team got to come in. The 2006 Miami Heat. And so if they haven't put a team around you that allows you to be there, or if your timing hasn't hit, it's timing. Michael Jordan came around and messed everybody's timing up. LeBron James been in the finals 10 to 12 years. How many opportunities do you get? And so I hate that notion, because that doesn't mean that Dame, and I'm not saying he won't get one, but right now, that Dame is not, you can't tell me Dame is not one of the greatest players that we've seen play this game.
I agree.
If he walk away with no rings, does that take away what we've watching Dame do?
No, not for me.
Not individually. It just means that it doesn't. Now we know if he got the right team, he's not selfish.
No.
We know Dame gonna make sure other guys eat, right?
Yeah.
But he hasn't had the team that has allowed him at the right time to be better than the Lakers.
I hit him up and told him he needed to be more selfish when he had that 71. I said, you need to be more selfish. You need to have got 80 that night. They started telling, he's like, nah,